The biggest challenge is the language. That's the main point because most of Congolese people they act wrong. Uh, they react very bad because most of them are in trouble. They're in trouble because they don't understand things. Why? Because of the language.
A lot of it is based on their lack of English proficiency. A lot of them speak French, but they also speak native languages like Lingala and Kikongo. But since they don't have that English proficiency, it's very hard to get a job, especially one that they want. A lot of them, when they were in their country, studied things like electricity and nursing, and they were science teachers and doctors. And it was really hard for them to come here and find themselves working in a meat processing plant for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, because they don't have the English skills or even the time or finances to go back to school, get the United States equivalent of their degree, and find a job in that field.
Really, the language barrier is the most significant challenge they face. That's why the ELL and ESL classes are so important. That's why the city has partnered with different entities in town through Kirksville Regional Economic Development Inc. or K-Ready to make sure that the Kirksville Technical Center can continue to offer their ELL classes, which have a total of, I think, over 50 participants, not all at once, not in one class, but overall through the program. And so we believe in the importance of that, not only so that we can have a strong workforce, but so that they can better integrate into the community and remove those obstacles.
In terms of the schools specifically, and the challenge is they speak French, they use French in the schools, but appreciating their French was a problem. And so the schools continue, I think, to have a misunderstanding or a lack of appreciation what they're bringing in. And so getting the school system to build on what they bring in hasn't been automatic. I guess that's the most politically correct way to say that. And so that was a challenge. A lot of them came in at the high school level, and I think the challenges were most dramatic at the high school level. So you have 16-year-old kids with limited English, teachers not trained to make accommodations, the school system only having one ESL teacher who doesn't speak French, a lack of French in the community in general. The schools have made concerted efforts, so now they have a translator in each school.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal because notes are now being translated, so when the parents get them, they know what's going on in the schools. We've done a better job with parent-teacher conferences, etc. So, and Truman gets a lot of credit, the French department.
Yeah.
Several of those individuals have stepped up to the plate and been helpful. So, but there are still big holes in terms of what can be done with limited funds.